Have you ever left a conversation feeling drained, unsure why? Not because someone yelled or insulted you. They were kind, polite, even praising you with apparent sincerity. Yet, you walk away feeling hollow, doubting yourself, with a vague unease lingering in your mind. That's not your imagination. It's a sign you've encountered someone with a hidden agenda, cloaked in kindness and charm. These individuals don't slam doors or lash out. Their words are calculated, subtle, designed to unsettle you while appearing supportive. They say exactly what you want to hear, then quietly chip away at your confidence, pulling you down until you question your worth. It might be a colleague who praises you but undermines your opportunities, or a loved one who claims to care yet slowly drains your energy daily. In today's video, we won't dwell on dramatic evil or fear-mongering. Instead, we'll calmly and clearly explore 5 types of people with subtle, harmful intentions, not to judge or harden ourselves, but to understand and protect our inner peace, embodying the resilience and dignity of Stoic principles. The first type is the manipulator posing as a friend. They never raise their voice or overtly pressure you. Their approach is warm, their words kind, their gestures inviting. But notice how each interaction leaves you feeling smaller, less confident, and questioning your abilities more than before. This is the manipulator disguised as a confidant. They don't control you with force, but with the illusion that you need their validation to feel worthy. Their advice sounds sincere. You're talented, but maybe you rush things sometimes. It seems well-meaning, but afterward, you feel inadequate. Their danger lies in their subtlety. You don't realize you're being manipulated. They position themselves as your supporter, your guide, the one who truly understands you. Yet beneath the surface, they plant seeds of self-doubt, just enough to mold you to their comfort. I knew someone like this. In meetings, he'd praise my leadership potential, but privately, he'd tell our boss I seemed unstable or needed more oversight. At first, I trusted his feedback as honest. Only after missing key projects did I see he didn't want me to grow. He wanted me to stay below him, believing I needed his guidance. In truth, he needed me to stay small. Stoicism teaches us to stay vigilant, not angry. In such cases, Marcus Aurelius never urged anger towards such people. He advised observing them objectively as a test of your clarity and composure. Epictetus wrote, "You can't control what others say about you, but you can decide what enters your mind." That's the core lesson. Manipulators don't defeat you with actions, but with subtle suggestions that erode your self-belief. If you hold firm to your values, their words become mere noise, like a breeze passing by an open window. If someone in your life leaves you doubting yourself after every interaction, tread carefully. They may not hate you, but they don't want you to outshine them. As Stoics, we don't rush to cut ties, but create inner distance, never letting others define our worth. The second type is the false ally. They don't wound you with overt negativity. Instead, they make you feel like they're your closest confidant, always there with empathy and encouragement. But notice, they're only present when you're at your lowest. When you rise, stronger and more confident, they fade or turn subtly critical. These people cling to your weakest moments, thriving when you depend on them emotionally. But they resent your growth and independence. You'll hear them say, "Wow, you've changed so much." not the same person anymore. Are you? As if growing is a betrayal, as if your progress threatens them. Their jokes hit your insecurities, looking sharp today, trying to relive your youth. They call it teasing. But it's not affection, it's veiled mockery. I had a friend like this. She was there when I was down, offering comfort and care. But as I rebuilt my life, set boundaries, and grew stronger, she pulled back, hinting I'd abandoned her. Her messages became passive-aggressive. You're too busy with your new crowd now. I hadn't grown cold. I'd simply stopped fueling her emotional reliance. Stoicism doesn't demand loud confrontations. Seneca said it best. Don't resent the insincere. See them as a test of your clarity and strength. True allies celebrate your growth, even when it means you rely on them less. False ones only value you when you're vulnerable, as it feeds their control. Stoicism teaches that real connections don't diminish you. They don't breed doubt or guilt for your progress. If someone only cherishes the old, struggling version of you, they're not your cheerleader, they're anchoring you to their comfort zone. You owe no one your stagnation. If someone only loves you when you're weak, that's not friendship. It's dependency dressed as care. As a Stoic, you don't need to make a scene. Quietly move forward, pursuing your path to strength and dignity. The third type is the controller. They don't shout, "I'm in charge." They don't demand or threaten. Instead, they wield something subtler, emotional leverage, because they claim to act out of love. It's easy to mistake their control for care. Controllers don't outright forbid. They suggest. They don't force. They express concern. "I'm uneasy about you spending time with them," they say. Or, "That outfit doesn't suit your age. People will talk." It sounds reasonable, even protective. But look closer, they're shrinking your world. Every choice becomes an emotional negotiation. They don't want your independence. They want you to rely on them for security. Their danger lies in making you feel guilty for pursuing your own path. Want time alone, they're hurt. Reconnect with old friends, they grow distant. Decline their requests. They quietly express disappointment. They don't bind you with chains but with guilt, tying you to their emotional needs. I heard a story from a woman married for 20 years. Her husband never raised his voice or used force. Yet, over time, she lost friends, hobbies, and any sense of independence. "He just wanted the best for me," she said, "but I felt trapped in a glass cage." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Freedom isn't just breaking chains, it's refusing to let others' emotions dictate your mind. When you adjust your actions to soothe someone else's feelings, you're living their life, not yours. Ask, am I living for their peace or my growth?" True love doesn't demand your constant presence. It celebrates your strength and freedom, trusting you'll return by choice, not obligation. Stoicism doesn't urge rebellion, but clarity, drawing a line between care and control, connection and confinement. You can love without losing yourself. Epictetus said, "If something costs your inner peace, no matter its name, it's not worth it." Stay grounded in your values, and no one can pull you into their emotional orbit without your consent. The fourth type is the subtle saboteur. They don't attack openly or block your success outright. They stand by you, but their support feels hollow. They're often close, a colleague, friend, or family member, yet their presence breeds doubt. They don't do anything obviously wrong, But when you share your ambitions, they're the first to highlight risks or reasons for failure. You say, "I'm starting a small business." They reply, "The economy's tough. Most startups fail quickly." You mention learning a new skill, and they say, "At our age, is it worth the effort?" Be realistic. Their words aren't harsh, but they plant hesitation, making you second-guess your goals under the guise of practical advice. I knew someone like this. Whenever I shared a new idea, he'd offer gentle warnings. "That path's stressful, why complicate things? You're fine as is." At first, I valued his concern, but I soon saw he only spoke up when I aimed higher. His care left me less certain, more doubtful. Subtle sabotage masquerades as friendship or concern, making it hard to spot. But if sharing your dreams leaves you deflated, less confident, that's not support. It's emotional erosion in disguise. Marcus Aurelius said, "The wise don't need others' approval to do what's right." Don't let someone's veiled doubts define your path. Their realism isn't truth. It's a projection of their discomfort with your growth. If someone consistently emphasizes what could go wrong, making you hesitate more than act, step back. They may not be ready for your success. Stoicism teaches us to guard our clarity, not to sever ties coldly, but to protect our purpose. Your mind is your strongest shield. Keep it clear, like a mirror reflecting who lifts you up and who pulls you down. Once you see clearly, you don't need to argue or explain, just move forward with unwavering focus. The fifth type is the energy drainer. They don't hurt you with harsh words or actions. Their presence alone exhausts you. They don't criticize or control, but after time with them, you feel heavy, drained, even guilty for feeling this way. Energy drainers live in constant negativity, always a complaint, a grievance, or an injustice to share. They don't attack you directly, but they pull you into their emotional void, leaving you depleted without realizing why. At first, you think you're just being a good listener, offering empathy and support, but over time, you dread their calls or meetings. Each conversation feels like surviving a storm, leaving you empty and unsettled. They say, "You're the only one I can talk to." You stay out of guilt. They claim, "I'm never lucky, nobody cares." You comfort them, but they reply, "It's easy for you to say you don't get it." They don't seek solutions, they cling to their pain. Their pain is their identity, and victimhood is their spotlight. They don't want rescue, they want an audience. And you're it. Stoicism doesn't call for coldness, but clarity. You can't fill another's cup if yours is empty. Epictetus said, "A loving soul doesn't carry every burden, but chooses what to hold and what to release." You're not obligated to hear the same complaints for years. Protect your mental strength, not out of cruelty, but respect for your own well-being. I had a friend like this. I gave time, energy, advice, and presence, but nothing changed. They didn't want progress, just validation of their suffering. One day, I stepped back, not in anger, but to preserve my own clarity and strength. You're not born to carry the world's weight or be anyone's savior. Kindness doesn't mean abandoning your boundaries. If someone leaves you drained, ask, am I helping them, or am I chained to their pain? The answer will guide you. As Stoics, we know true light for others comes from a strong inner flame. If yours is flickering, set boundaries. Step back. and rebuild your energy. That's not selfishness. It's the foundation of a resilient, dignified life. Recognizing these types: manipulators, false allies, controllers, saboteurs, and energy drainers, prompts the question, what now should you confront, avoid, or stay silent? There's no universal answer, but Stoicism offers a clear path forward. Respond like a Stoic, not with rigidity or coldness, but with intention. Don't get swept into others' emotional games or let their negativity reshape you. Above all, guard your inner peace, ensuring their toxicity doesn't erode your strength. With manipulators, stay vigilant. Watch their words like an outsider observing a play, not entangled in their subtle web. Ask yourself, am I acting on my values, or am I swayed by their influence? Clarity is your shield for false allies. Don't waste energy proving your loyalty or explaining your growth. True allies rejoice in your progress. Those who guilt you for evolving aren't your people. Move forward without apology, aligned with your true self. With controllers, stay calm and firm. Say, I value your concern, but this is my choice, and I'll own the outcome. A Stoic doesn't need permission to do what's right, just a clear mind to stay grounded. For subtle saboteur, don't confront or accuse, just distance yourself. Stop sharing your deepest aspirations with those who dim your spark. Focus on your path. You don't need applause from those waiting for you to stumble. With energy drainers, remember, kindness doesn't mean exhaustion. Say, I need space today. I'll listen when I'm ready. That's not selfishness, it's self-regulation. The bedrock of Stoic practice. Protect your energy to stay strong. Marcus Aurelius advised, if someone angers you, ask, am I giving them power over my mind? This is the Stoic's reminder. When your peace is disturbed by anger, pain, or frustration, pause and ask, am I choosing this reaction, or am I being pulled by it? True freedom in Stoicism isn't banishing toxic people. They'll always exist. It's mastering how you respond. You can walk away from a provoking conversation unshaken, choosing silence over retaliation, clarity over justification. Toxic people only win when they make you lose yourself. A Stoic never lets that happen. If you spot these patterns around you, don't fear. You don't need to change them, just how you engage with them. With resilience and dignity, see them as challenges that sharpen your clarity and self-mastery. Each time you hold your boundaries, choose silence over reaction, or step back with peace, you're closer to inner freedom. You don't need to defeat them, just stay true to yourself. By choosing peace over reaction, progress over validation, you win in the quiet, powerful Stoic way. Thank you for watching. If this resonated, like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs this wisdom. Join us for the next Stoic lesson, where we'll remind you that peace isn't found outside. It begins with how you perceive and respond to the world. Grounded in strength and clarity,